Hi guys, my name is Dawn DeCordova and there's another marketing video about ways that we can promote our sport. And I feel like I'm a broken record on this, but I don't think I can emphasize enough how important our sponsors are to us. So this is another video to bring in one more example of what can be done to let our know that the sponsors to each rodeo are very important. 9 times out of 10, your local restaurants are going to sponsor the local rodeo. And I say 9 times out of 10. I don't know that that's correct. It just popped into my head. But I know there's a lot of restaurants that do recognize that rodeos bring in families, okay? So when you're shopping after the rodeo to go into a restaurant, why aren't you supporting the ones that support you and go to the restaurant that supported the rodeo? But I encourage you to take a step forward with that. Not only do you need to go to the restaurant that supported you, you need to go up to the manager and shake their hand. And I'm not talking about a parent, I'm talking about the child. You need to go to the restaurant manager and say, thank you for supporting our rodeo, and shake their hand. And then just walk right back to your chair. You think this is easy? It's going to be very difficult for some of these kids, and my kids have a hard time doing it too. But I have found that the first one was the hardest. After that, everything else is gravy. And my kids are getting good at saying thank you. Because there's too many people that take it for granted nowadays that, of course, people understand that we appreciate it. They don't anymore. Because so many people come in and ask for donations. You're going to be the kid when you go to the restaurant next year that they're like, oh my gosh, here comes that kid again, and he's going to ask me for a donation. And I haven't heard one thing from those rodeo kids last year. Well, don't make that mistake again. Don't let that happen over and over again. Encourage the families, if you're from that rodeo, and say, look, do you know who supported me? They've got a restaurant right downtown. They gave us a really nice donation for the rodeo. Please go support them. Now, as parents in the rodeo stands, if your child got a donation from that rodeo, you should be letting them know that they have a really good restaurant here in town that supported the rodeo. As rodeo secretaries, you need to be making sure that the name's announced. Yeah, I know, but be honest, after the 3rd or 4th time the rodeo announcer announces it, you're going to sleep in the stands. So you need to stop and make sure sometime in that rodeo that you give directions to that rodeo and you let them know that these rodeo kids are expected to walk in there and shake somebody's hand. Because if we don't start promoting the sport of rodeo, they're going to quit supporting us. So I encourage everyone to take the next step. In going to the local businesses that support you. And the restaurant was one example. I know that there's all kinds of places that do support rodeo. Next time you're sitting at a rodeo and you're waiting on your child's event, look at the banners in the arena and take a picture with your camera phone. And then when it's time to start looking around that evening for somewhere to eat or somewhere to support, grab your camera phone and look and see if any names pop up. Take that next step to support people that support us. And once again, let them know that you're from the rodeo. Don't just walk in the restaurant and eat and walk out. Let them know that you're from the rodeo and we appreciate the support that they give us and they give our children. Thanks.